Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So we basically were running sideways along with the trend line. Had this breakdown, and then this all happened after hours for the DAX. So in the US market was also sort of after hours that we had a bit of a fall. Is it something to pay attention to? Yes, but I also think you have a fairly strong area of support to the downside here, and just want to get all these areas in. So you can see the zone here. There's been quite a bit of support down here, and this, when you look at it, is one big head and shoulders. Shoulder, massive head, right shoulder there, and if we just drop down to the weekly, you will see sort of a massive cup and handle, and then a smaller cup and handle here. Or another way of looking at this on the weekly is a flat bottom triangle. So a break through these lows at the bottom here is going to be significant. There's one gap here to close, and then there is a gap here at with the COVID chaos that is also still open. So from a macro perspective, just pay attention to what's going on. I still believe that we have the settings here for the bulls. That's this tweezer bottom and this engulfing bar. Until this low gets taken out, that is still in play. So just pay attention to these lows. That's probably the most important thing right now. And don't expect them to just give way without a fight. Right, so on the 8 hour, nothing really new. We did break the trend line. I can also just adjust the trend line now to there. Those are two lows there. We're basically flirting with it. Oscillators not grouping just yet to the downside, but they are moving to the downside at the moment. Moving averages are fairly flat. They're starting to roll, but they're still flat in my eyes anyway. Moving to the 3 hour, you can see got a bit of a crossover starting to happen, but this above and below the moving averages is just pure confusion, nothing else, and it's a very volatile confusion. So I would not want to be chasing shorts down here. Definitely not. Want to find an opportunity of rejection, and there was an opportunity yesterday here. It was a bit volatile, but it did get moving, and we'll get to that now. Looking at the 1 hour, and you can see the morning session went pretty much sideways, and then we dropped. We were waiting for a retest of this area at 13,033, and we got it. So we need to get down to the 15 minutes and probably even the 5 minute. You can see we had a double attempt at that level. So we dropped below it. There was your entry there on the retest. A couple of ways of playing it, and as I said, you had a 100-point stop loss, which is basically what it was, below the 155 EMA. So you had a great opportunity here late in the session to get in, came back, had another opportunity here, and then it fell off. So this area here, you could have seen this area as an opportunity if you're trading off the 155. I don't like just doing that because it doesn't always work out. I prefer to see some level of support resistance with the 155 before jumping in. But trend was down. Definitely there was opportunities, two opportunities here, and let's call that a half opportunity for a short at the upside. So logic dictates that we should be following the trend, right? Be wary of this trend line, be wary of this 12737. So I don't want to be jumping in short just here. I want to wait for some kind of structure, and let's just get that structure in. So there's the first area, these two tails. So that would be 12,919, and then you have another area, and I'm just going to take the second one, otherwise we're going to get really busy. So you basically have another two areas. It's this tail here, okay, and that tail is at 12943, and then you have this tail here, which is 12981, sorry. Actually, that's a horizontal line. The tail itself is 12978. So a little bit lower down. There's a bit of a dilemma there between the tail and the lines. Anyway, those are the areas that I'd be paying attention to. And do this on the lower time frames. Also, keep in the back of your mind, this is end of a week, so your weekly bar will be forming. And how often do you see the weekly bar closing on its low? Not that often. It does happen, but it's not as often as what it closes with the tail. So keep that in the back of your mind. You've got strong support here. So even if we do move to the downside, the probability of us breaking is very low. Probability of us bouncing a little bit off there as the shorts take profit, or as people that are looking at this thinking it's still a strong support looking to buy off it, are going to buy off it. Keep that in the back of your mind. It's only if we start dropping below these weekly lows from this year that we need to start watching out below, because that's going to be fast and swift to the downside. Okay, that's kind of me for today. I don't think there's anything else on the 15-minute. Those are your levels. Just pay attention. In between your levels, you'll have macro levels, which you will pick up on something like the 5-minute. So you'll see there's a macro level there, which we haven't even spoken about. There's another one there. There's another one there. There's another one there. So just keep your hour levels in, and then you just keep the chart during the first 50 minutes of the open, and then you'll see where we're bouncing off. Also, the nice thing about this is even if you jump in here and you have a wide stop loss just above one of these swing highs, you still got a relatively decent trade. Just don't jump in at the bottom. Wait for it to pull back. Otherwise, you're just leaving money on the table. Anyway, that's it for me today. Hope it helps. And we will catch up with you on Monday morning. Cheers for now.